Oh, here we go. 1-800-449-8255. The Clark the Shark Sharkadoodle-Doo Network, baby. The Clark the Shark Show. You're on it. Of course. I mean, where else are you going to get a review of this unbelievable album? The debut, if you will, from the Soft Machine. Definitely one of my favorite bands of all time, you guys. No doubt. These guys are like a confused combination of like The Who, Pink Floyd, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, The Nice, and dude, I don't know, Nirvana. But way before them. This band was so visionary and so far, like, I mean, I can't really say they're ahead of their time, but yeah, they are. They got a drummer, lead singer, and you know Clark the Shark from GE just loves that, baby. I love bands with drummer, lead singers usually, except for the Eagles and Don Henley. I don't really like that one, but yeah, they got, I mean, I don't mean to hate on the Eagles. They got good stuff back in the 70s, but I fucking hate Don Henley and Glenn Frey. I don't like either one of them. I like the early Eagles back in the 70s, though. I mean, you know, they kind of evolved out of Linda Ronstadt's band or whatever, but we're not talking about them, baby. Clark the Shark is talking about the Soft Machine, this incredible three-piece band, weird psychedelic garage, progressive. Oh man, what a band, you guys. What a band they were. And it's real tragic. This guy, Robert Wyatt, actually got paralyzed or something. Like he got drunk and I don't know, fell out of a window or I don't know, dude. It's really sad, but somehow he got like, I mean, me, Clark the Shark, I used to get drunk. It could have happened to me back in the 80s or, you know, late 70s or early 90s. I mean, I shouldn't talk. I had so many escapades with drinking and, you know, God bless me. It's a good thing I quit in, I believe it was September of 1995. I can't even remember now. It was so long ago, but I've never drank since. I think maybe just accidentally somebody spiked something I drank a few years ago, and I accidentally drank it, but just a little of it. But I have not drank since September 8th, 1995, I think, or maybe September 28th. I don't remember. I never went to AA or NA or, you know, rehab or any of that. I just quit cold turkey. I mean, that's good for some people, but it's all like liberalism. You go in there and it's really creepy and cryptic, and sometimes it's like new age Christian, or maybe even like some of it's even conservative, like right wing, or I don't know, almost like Freemason or something weird, man. I don't like AA, NA, or any of that. Well, you know me, Clark the Shark, just like in the immortal words of Groucho Marx, I won't join any organized group or thing. And to quote Groucho, I would never join any club or group that would have me, Clark the Shark, because I'm like, dude, anyone who likes me or anything is an idiot or doesn't like me, or anyone who would accept anything from me or not accept anything or something. It's just weird, man. 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone, where I'm talking about the Soft Machine and Robert Wyatt, incredible drummer and lead singer, you guys. Now, if you guys don't think that this guy was the most major influence on Clark the Shark, you would be as Fonzie would say. I won't say the word wrong because me, Clark the Shark, I seldom ever am. Sometimes I am, you guys. And you guys email me and you're like, dude, Twiggy was with Elwood. Dude, get it right, not Jake. And I'm like, dude, I don't even know which is Elwood or Jake or I don't know, dude. To me, the Blues Brothers, all I know is Belushi had Carrie Fisher chasing him. She always has like a AK-47 or a M1 rifle or a, like, I don't know, dude, some kind of big, or maybe like a bazooka. But, and then of course Belushi just flashes his eyes and he's like, let's go. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. And Elwood's like, sorry, it's great. But the Soft Machine, dude, what an album. What a time. 1967. And this thing was produced by Chaz Chandler from the Animals. I mean, that's pretty weird in itself, you guys. But that guy's a genius, dude. And it probably never would have happened had the Animals stayed together. Eric Burdon went and formed some new Animals, which I never liked. He should have maybe changed the name. And of course, the original Animals all got threatened by the Yakuza in Japan, who threatened to kill them. Dude, it's true. I think in 1966 or early 67, not sure. But anyway, Chaz Chandler produced this album along with Tom Wilson, who produced Zappa. Now that, dude, it's going to be a good album. It's not just good, it's great. It's incredible. It's the Soft Machine debut album, you guys. And these three guys, all three of them, Ayers and the keyboardist, dude, incredible, dude. The Soft Machine. It's from 1968, but it's from late 68, December 68. But I don't know why, but I always think of this as 1967. But it says it was recorded in April 68, you guys. Record Plant Studios. Psychedelic jazz, Canterbury scene. Dude, I would have loved to have been in that. Me, Clark the Shark, I'd be playing drums and singing, like a weirdo, like I am. But I would have fit in with that Canterbury scene, you guys. And, of course, I don't care what the stars are, but it's going to get a 5 from me, Clark the Shark, but it gets a 4.5. But, Hope for Happiness is like, gosh, what a song. I can't believe that, Robert Wyatt didn't write that. Hope for Happiness. Robert Wyatt is this gloomy, grungy guy. He's way ahead of his time. He's really depressed and melancholy from the drums. And his singing, well, you just got to see it and hear it, you guys. It's incredible. But Hope for Happiness is actually written by Kevin Ayers and the keyboard guy, Mike Ratledge. And, oh my God, you guys, and Brian Hopper. But Joy of a Toy, Ayers and Ratledge. Sorry, I got it wrong. But anyway, Joy of a Toy. These first two tracks, you're onto something amazing. It's beyond psychedelic jazz, you guys. And Hope for Happiness reprise. Every good rock opera weirdo album has to have a reprise, and this one does. And why am I so short? Me, Clark the Shark. I can't believe Robert Wyatt didn't help at least write Why Am I So Short? Because me, Clark the Shark, I always ask that. I'm 5'6". Why can't I be 6'5"? and better looking. Well, I still am pretty good looking, you guys, and I always was. Even at 58, I look in the mirror and I'm like, fuck, dude, you're hot at myself. And I'm 58 with a big gut, with a huge stomach. But why am I so short? Me, Sharky. Yeah, dude. I wouldn't be Clark the Shark if I was taller, I'm short for a reason, you guys. I don't know. But so boot, if at all. Gosh, you guys, 725, what a song. You got to hear side one of this, A Certain Kind. Some of these songs are, more mushrooms than acid, but I don't know, maybe more acid than mushrooms. I mean, everything will turn all purple, whether you take a drug or not, when you listen to the debut album by The Soft Machine. What an incredible three-piece. And side two, I don't know if it gets better than side one, you guys, but Robert Wyatt writes Save Yourself. And it's fucking killer, dude. It's almost like could go on the radio as one of those depressing, melancholy songs. This guy really invented the depressed, melancholy guy long ago. He's a one-man grunge, like just shoegazer looking down. He's really sad. And yet he plays drums in a jazz, psychedelic three-piece band with Kevin Ayers, and Ratledge. Amazing, you guys. It's just so weird. And it is kind of ahead of his time. I'm sure a lot of people in the 90s and late 80s saw videos, old grainy videos of The Soft Machine. Every band in the indie scene, in the underground punk rock of the 1980s, they wanted to be like The Soft Machine. And another thing about Robert Wyatt is he is one of the first guys with like hair in front of his eyes. You can't see him, and he's just screaming nonsense that's out of tune and just sounds like a wild, insane lunatic. He's just screaming like this spoken art that makes no sense. I'd swear he really is the first guy to do it, kind of like Yoko Ono. But it makes more sense than her, and yet it makes no sense at all. It's like spoken nonsense, makes no sense, and it's very angry, and it's like the guy is just about to explode and go insane. It's so incredible. It is ahead of its time, you guys. You get little glimpses of it from things like Save Yourself. And of course, Ayers takes over on side two. He just starts writing everything like Priscilla and Lullaby Letter. And I love that song, you guys. It could go right on the radio. Some of these are really good. And We Did It Again. Really killer, you guys. Side two gets really deep. And yet, psychedelia profound. I mean, some of this stuff, I swear, almost seems, you get a vibe like the 1990s, you guys. It doesn't sound like that, but you get that vibe. This is 30 years ahead of its time, music, you guys, The Soft Machine. And yet it's very much in the 60s psychedelia, rooted in jazz fusion. And is it better than Frank Zappa? Maybe, you guys. I don't know, because Frank Zappa is so weird and angry and twisted, and so is this in a completely different way. Why Are We Sleeping is fucking amazing, and all three of the guys write it. And Wyatt had a hell of a lot to do with that. And then, oh, dude, you just got to hear that song side two, track number 12. And box 25 for lid, the very end little thing at the end is interesting. Killer, dude. It's all fucking weird on this album. And of course, these three guys, I like, Kevin Ayers is my favorite guy from the bass with just eye makeup. And he's just such a mysterious weirdo. And of course, Robert Wyatt, it doesn't get any weirder than that guy singing vocals from like these technical, complicated jazz drums. It's very underground, it's very garage, it's very indie. And of course, Mike Ratledge, the keyboardist, organ, it's incredible, you guys. These three geniuses had a huge impact, and they influenced me, Clark the Shark from the Greenhouse Effect. All three of us, we really wanted to be like the Soft Machine more than the Minutemen or a Noise Agency or, any of those three-piece punk bands, Agent Orange or... Dude, I wanted to be like the Soft Machine, dude. And Kevin Ayers and Robert Wyatt, incredible geniuses, long songs. Later on, the lineup would change. Of course, Robert Wyatt would remain. But the other two guys, Kevin Ayers, I think, is only on this. He might be on the next one, but he goes solo, and his shit is really good. Dude, incredible. But we're talking about one of the greatest albums ever recorded. This should have been on Verve Records. Come on, Tom Wilson producing it. But, who knows, you guys? Dude, it's on ABC. Dude, not ABC Dunhill, ABC Probe. And it was only released in the USA and France. Why they didn't release this in England? Come on, you guys, the Soft Machine from England. You got to release this fucker in England, you guys. But whatever, it's still amazing because over here in America, we love it. And me, Clark the Shark from the Greenhouse Effect, this album means so much to me, you guys. Incredible. I've been watching it on YouTube for like 15 years now, absorbing every song. But long before, I bought this vinyl. Hard to find, but I found it, I think, at the Rhodium in Torrance. There was this guy that hung out with my friend Carl, and he knew about every band, progressive, like Hawkwind and Captain Beyond and all this shit. And I was like, dude, you ever heard of Soft Machine? This was about 1984. I was 19. And he's all, who? I'm all, Soft Machine, bro. And he's like, no, what is that? I'm like, oh, dude, you got to fucking hear that. And I want all of you out there to hear it too. And go and buy this wherever you can. I don't even know if you can get this on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. I'm sure you can, dude. You can get everything everywhere. But when and if you do, you tell them that Clark the Shark from the fabulous, amazing Clark the Shark show told you about the Soft Machine and that you should buy this incredible album, you guys. Now, this is the underground 60s that I, Clark the Shark, want to review. But really, this is an underground. This is an album that everybody knows. The Soft Machine and Robert Wyatt, performance artist, crazy lunatic, complete madcap beyond Syd Barrett. And these guys played with Pink Floyd, you guys. Probably blew them off the stage. I'm sure they did. Come on. This is progressive rock that is almost like the beginnings of Emerson, Lake and Palmer type of shit, or The Nice even. Dude, what an album this is. And make sure you buy it right here on the Clark the Shark Show, you guys. 1-800-449-8255 from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. Not a microphone, you guys. And it's not broadcasting. It's shark casting. And I'm out of here, people. Peace.